So thanks for watching the vlog, folks. Here's the finished product for now. Road legal, and I've just finished the first test drive. Thankfully it went really well, and no other problems to report. So basically I got it taxed, had all the insurance, and after passing the MOT, so basically it boosts really well going down the road. One thing I have found, so here's the snag list, which will be tackled pretty much in a couple of months. So after the road test, basically everything is going well. What I've noticed is the speedo is a little bit inaccurate, but that's probably because of when I had to take the needles off to then put the white dials on to get it through MOT. So basically the snag list is going to sort of add up, I'm sure, once I get driving the car. But for now, it's fantastic. First day on the road. I basically gave it, within the speed limit obviously, a good drive, and you know, up through the gears, it revs right out the red line, it pulls well on boost, nothing feels like it's dropping off. So basically, to give you a quick guide, bodywork needs done, that's obvious, but I mean, it's savable. There's like literally a couple of tiny rust patches that you could drill out and fill, and the rest will just be standard paintwork, which just refresh. So basically it is quite a solid shell, which is good. Brakes, actually they're all right for a 30-year-old car. Standard brakes that work. What I've noticed is suspension, it ain't so great. When you hit some of the speed bumps, it really bottoms out and clunks. But the plan has always been to you know, on the upgrades, once I get it road legal, which it is now, the rest of the budget will then go on paint, and the other performance upgrades are going to be to finish off that horrendous exhaust. So we'll get rid of the twin pea shooter at the back. I want to go for an HKS system on that, so we'll get rid of this the whole way to the DCAT, and then we'll probably also go for a performance brake upgrade as well. Probably pads, discs and braided lines, because I found they worked well on the Subaru. For £80, a brake line upgrade is fantastic for pedal response, so that's a good one. So brakes, exhaust, what else? Yeah, on the snag list, I've just found that the heater cable's a bit sticky, so sometimes it gives you hot air from the blower, sometimes it doesn't, and that's basically the diverter valve in there, where it plumbs in the hot coolant water into the dash heater matrix and back out. So there's a little manual mechanical valve there, and it just sticks, so I'll give that a refresh. But if you move it by hand, you get hot air, so hand-o-matic, it's not the worst. You can get heat, which I've just done. The back of the car, nothing to worry about. Want to change the diff oil, because I never actually forgot to do that, never got around to that. Wheels, as you know, they're going to be Yokohama Generation 2 17-inch. Actually, these standard wheels, they're not standard, but 16-inch sort of rally style wheels are kind of growing on me now that the previous owner had. They're really rough, but I mean, they're practical, and they don't look the worst either, so I mean, they'll do for now. Aside from that, the only other issue is the dashboard, which I mentioned. The speedo doesn't work because I put the performance white dials in to get through MOT. The temperature gauge still doesn't work, so that really needs sorted. And I haven't seen the fuel needle move too much off full, so again, that will need attention. So that's because it had to be fiddled with to really get it through the test. And I do plan on removing and putting a better wiring job in on this gauge, but this was literally a very quick last minute job just to get the car over to the MOT. So I didn't want to drive the car without a working temperature gauge, so at least I can see what's going on in the engine. Is it overheating or not for now? But I mean, as I say, the whole thing of this project, this was my target, and thankfully I've reached it, was to get it road legal, get it driving, and actually say I've done a drive in the car. So mission accomplished. I'm really happy. So all the videos from here on will probably be fault finding, repairs on the snag list, and a couple of performance upgrades. So coilover suspension, wheels, exhaust, engine. I'm actually going to leave it as it is. It's really, I'll try and get a video of it, but it's silky smooth. I mean, it just pulls every gear, boosts well. It's obvious it's going well. I don't need any other checks on that. Just do an oil change every now and then, and that's it, thankfully. No smoke out the back, you know, no white, blue, whatever, black smoke. So it's really in good condition now after that refresh. But aside from that, I'll stop talking and then I'll stick on my Instagram and the Facebook a few of the shots from this. But for now, I just wanted to round off the video, driving impressions now that it's actually road legal. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the series, and the sort of continuation of the series will be all now fault finding and upgrades, performance upgrades. So I hope you enjoy it, and any comments, drop them in the menu bar below. Thanks again. Cheers.